Welcome to episode 31 of the Division Z podcast. My name is Jason.
And I am K Cosmic.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new look to the podcast. We got the Dark Ether in the background. We are part of the Dark Ether now. It looks so sick. I love this background. We're gonna try this out for a little while, see how we like this.
Absolutely. I just love the look of it. I think it's great.
Oh yeah, man. It looks so cool. The logo's up there now. Yeah, I had to figure out where my finger was gonna go. But yeah, man, logo looks sick. The Dark Ether looks sick, and this is the format that we're going to be using from here on out. We're going to try something new, and hopefully you guys like it. So yeah, let's jump into the topics today. So first thing, without further ado, we're just jumping right into this, man. First thing is, next week, Cranked is coming to Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Brand new Zombies game mode. I mean, we have to add that in the sentence, brand new Zombies game mode. Because we've seen it in multiplayer. So brand new Zombies game mode coming next week. No doubt with 115 Day. Actually, it's on the 14th, now that I think about it. It's actually not on 115 Day. So that's kind of weird. But Treyarch did say they are adding some things to 115 Day. My guess is Tombstone and maybe like some skins or whatever. But
maybe.
What do you think? What do you think about Cranked coming next week?
I've seen the gameplay because there's gameplay, obviously, and I think it'll be all right. I
didn't know that there was gameplay. I haven't seen it.
It's not official. It's leaked. I don't know how it's leaked, but there's gameplay roaming on the internet, and it looks all right. I am fairly excited for it. I think it'll be something just refreshing to play. Yeah. But to be at the same time as well, even if everyone's really excited for it and like, oh, this is gonna be the best game mode ever. No, people aren't really saying that, but you know what I mean, right? Like, I think people will get tired of it in like a week, that's just the way the zombie community is. But
see, that's the thing. I can unfortunately see that happen. You know, it's one of those things where I think Cranked could be a really fun game mode. I think it could be really interesting for zombies, and I really hope people like it. But at the same time, people didn't really like Jingle Hells either.
No,
so it's
they did not.
I hope people like Cranked, and I hope Cranked sticks around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope it's a lot more relevant than Jingle Hells obviously was. I think Jingle Hells was more of a test than anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, Jingle Hells is just a one-off holiday game mode gimmick kind of a thing.
Yeah, so when it comes to actual, like, I think Crank will be the first of many actual game modes that will have some some value to it. You know?
Absolutely, and I know Cranked is only an LTM, but at the same time. I don't know. I still think people can get a lot of use out of it. I think it'd be kind of fun for people.
Definitely. But
yeah, we got Revived Gamer in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, man. I don't know. Cranked could be very interesting for the formula of zombies. I think it could really bring forth a different pacing to the game too. Because obviously, if you guys don't know what Cranked already is, basically what Cranked is you have a little countdown timer. And if you don't get a kill before the timer runs out, you die. And so for zombies, this would be very interesting because you're going to have to continue to kill zombies, and you got to do that or else you'll die.
Do you know how it actually works in zombies, though? Because the way it works is when you get through so many rounds, it'll go down 3 seconds. The time that you have to kill. Yeah. So obviously, it hasn't been tested to the point where people are like, okay, once it gets to this round, it'll be like, once it's really high. I think it'll get to a certain point where it just kind of stays like even, where it won't be like 2 seconds to kill a zombie you have left. Like you'll have like maybe at least 6 seconds.
So that's really interesting. So is it the milestone rounds that every milestone round your timer goes down, and the maximum goes down? Is that what it is? I didn't hear anything about this. I don't know.
I think it might be something like every 6 rounds.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I think it might be something like that. I could be wrong, but
because I know, like I was saying earlier, I know the multiplayer thing. You got the timer. You have to kill someone. But I would assume though, okay, that's just for your overall time, right? That's just for you have to get a kill in 10 seconds or whatever, or else you die.
Yeah.
And then your timer goes back up to 10 seconds though, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as each round goes, it'll decrease by a second. or each of those milestone rounds you were talking about. That's very interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't hear about that.
At first you start with the 30, and then I think it goes down like 3 each time.
Oh wow, damn.
I think
okay.
Again, I've only watched a little of the gameplay, and I heard this from someone else, so I could be completely wrong. But yeah, that is what I have heard at least.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, because I haven't seen any of the gameplay. That's interesting. I don't know. I think this could definitely be an interesting change of pace for a zombies game mode, mainly because I think a lot of people, it'll be a change of pace in very minute ways, because let's be honest, and I've said this before in other live streams that I've done, rapidly killing is kind of in the nature of zombies already. So you're going to be resetting that timer, and you're going to be still living pretty much for the majority of the time without the timer going down on you. It's just the fact that you might not have enough time, or as much time as you would like, to run around the map and buy perks and buy pack punch. You got to constantly be going and doing some kind of killing. So there's going to be little bits of gameplay changes, but I think it could still be really fun. I think this could be a competitive game mode for zombies too. See who can survive the longest. Steal kills from your friends.
Oh yeah, that's actually a fun idea. Yeah, because then it'd be more, because you can do that.
Yeah,
you could really screw over one of your friends.
Absolutely, I think that'd be fun to just be like, hey, I'm gonna kill you, and then you just steal you steal your friend's horde, and then it's like a little competitive game mode, you know?
No, that'd be good. What I'm thinking of as well is, do you think Easter eggs will be active in this? I think it's more likely because it's not Jingle Hells, but I don't think so. I don't think they'll have Easter eggs.
I want to say yes because I'm optimistic, but the realist side of me says no, because Jingle Hells didn't have Easter eggs activated, and
no.
How would that work? Let's say with the dancing coffin Easter egg, you're sitting there not doing any killing for like 30 seconds. You're gonna die doing the dancing coffin. So I don't think there would be Easter eggs enabled and cranked just like Jingle Hells, and I think it would just be just a straight up kill zombies, survive kind of a deal.
Yeah,
which is kind of interesting if you think about it. I just thought of this right now on the spot.
Yeah.
You know how so many people in the community are begging Treyarch for just a simple survival experience, right?
Yeah.
If you want to really be technical, you could make the argument that Cranked is a stripped down version of Die Maschine to just be, and again, we're just assuming, right, that there's no Easter eggs. It could be a stripped down version of Die Maschine with no Easter eggs, no special things, and it's just core survival with a twist. So if anything, this could be, this is what the community is technically asking for if you really want to get technical. So I know a lot of people are pessimistic about it, which I think is ironic because, everyone wants new game modes, everyone wants new things, but now everyone's like, well, this game's boring now. It is what you make of it. It is what you make of it, and you know what? I don't think it's going to be boring, and I'm really looking forward to Cranked next week, to be honest.
No, I mean, something new, isn't it? Something fresh, something for us to, sink our teeth into. And even if it's only like 2-3 days that people are interested in, hey, that's still more than we have now, I guess. So
exactly, right? I mean, I think no matter what happens, people are going to be interested, and people are going to play.
Yeah, exactly.
People are going to play because it's zombies content, and that's just how it is. At the bottom line is it's zombies content, and the zombies community will consume it, and
then be done with it.
Be done with it in like 2 days, which is kind of sad, but like
that's just how it is.
How
the zombie community works.
I don't know.
I think it comes down to like the game mode. Don't get me wrong. Like zombies is like one of the best game modes like in the world, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it is just a survival mode. Like you're supposed to try and go as long as you can, and then eventually, there's a point where you've kind of had enough.
Yeah, you end the game or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So new game modes, I think, are some on the direction, that and maps as well. Which some people are saying that they think that's going to be in part of the 115 day, which we'll touch on later.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're getting any form of maps. I think maybe some weapon skins, stuff we can buy.
Definitely.
Stuff we can buy. But
I think it'd be kind of cool. And I know a lot of people are kind of sick of the whole, weapon, not the weapon. What is it called? The blueprint and the blacksmith system. I think a lot of people are tired of that. But I think, honestly, Treyarch, this is a good opportunity for them to reintroduce weaponized 115 back into the game. and put that as a skin. Put that as a skin in Cold War, and that would be a shop bundle. I think that'd be cool. I would get it, to be honest. I got some COD points saved up from the battle pass. I'm not gonna lie, I might do it. If they
what they need to do? They need to bring in the feature from Black Ops 4 where you can put all the camos and the weapons you want. So no matter what you get in the box, but please, because there's no point of anyone going for Dark Matter, because you can use it on.
That's exactly what I was about to say. You know what's fucked about that is you can't put your camo on all the weapons. It has to be the creator class. You have to put it in your creator class. Yeah. I don't know why that's not a thing. You know, it's so sad. And also, Treyarch, if you're watching this podcast, please, for the love of God, fix the Golden Viper and Dark Aether on all the weapons in the game. Because
is it broken?
Dude, it doesn't look good on like half of the weapons. It doesn't even cover the entire gun. You got other camos. You got other camos, like off the top of my head, the amphibian camo, right? That covers all of the gun. Then you get Golden Viper and it only covers like that much.
Yeah.
And I was like, why? What is it? It's got to be a glitch. You know, I just recently got Golden Viper on the QBZ the other day, and it's only on the back half of the gun. So it's like I can't even see it on the front half of the gun. I'm so confused.
Something like that happened in Black Ops 3, where initially the camos would be all really nice over the weapons and that. Like it'd be like everywhere on the weapon. And it looked really cool. And then they took it away. So they pretty much stripped it down. And it's like, why?
Like, why? It doesn't hurt the players.
People like looking at the camos they bought. So let us use them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, why shoot yourself in the foot like that?
I agree. Yeah. Revived Gamer in the chat here says, I hope we get a community challenge. Yes, actually. That's a great idea. Because actually, that makes me think about the Black Ops 3 community challenge. You remember those? You got it. It was 10 million headshots or something like that. And we got that Revelations camo. Remember that?
Did we get that on Black Ops 4 at all? No.
I want to say yes, but at the same time, I want to say no.
I don't think we did.
It feels like we should have gotten it in Black Ops 4, but at the same time, I could see if we did. I honestly don't remember, but we did definitely get it for Black Ops 3.
Yeah, no, we got it for Black Ops 3 because we got rewarded.
We got rewarded with a cool camo, the Revelations Pack-a-Punch camo. What was that one called? It was called... actually, I think it was called Cosmic. I think it was...
yeah, it was. Yeah. That one was called Cosmic, and then the counterpart one that you could... I think, was it the one you could earn in multiplayer or something? I can't remember how, because you got the blue one.
Yeah, the green one. The green one was the zombies community challenge with the headshots.
Okay, the green one was Cosmic. Okay. Yeah. Well, to be quite honest, I don't know. That camo is kind of
I like that one.
I mean, I wish they gave us the actual Revelations camo, the blue one.
Yeah, I think they did. Sick. I think they did for for a different challenge. I think that was what you were talking about with the multiplayer thing. I think that was.
Oh no, they did. I'm seeing it now in my head. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't remember how to do this in Black Ops 3, but you remember they gave us the Garad Crovey Pack-a-Punch camo, the orange one.
Yes.
You could also get the purple and the green one in multiplayer for not just multiplayer, but for just your guns in general in Black Ops 3. Yeah. I forgot how to get those. And I secretly want to go back to Black Ops 3 and get the purple and green Garad Crovey camos to put on my weapons just because I want them, because I think the Garad Crovey Pack-a-Punch camo was sick.
Was it in supply drops?
If it was in supply drops, I'm going to be sad. But I know there were a bunch of people who did that.
Here's one thing I like about Black Ops 3 supply drop system, right? Was when you got a camo, you got it for all your weapons, didn't you?
Yes.
And that's what I like. No? Is it only that weapon class?
Actually, now that I think of it, no. That was Black Ops 4. Black Ops 3, it was the camo for that weapon.
Oh yeah.
Now that I remember it, because I remember I had this camo called Storm on the KN-44, and I didn't have it on any other weapons for a long time. I remember.
Oh yeah. I remember it now. Yeah. No, that was bad. I think was it Infinite Warfare maybe. I think it was Infinite Warfare where if you got when you got the camo, you got it for that weapon class, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I didn't play a whole lot of Infinite Warfare, so I don't know, to be honest.
No, not many people did.
Yeah, you know, I just didn't hop on the hype train for Infinite Warfare.
There was no hype train, Jason.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
I mean, no, got like 4 million dislikes, Jason. Yeah. There was no hype train.
No shade to the developers, right? But there really wasn't. Like, a lot of people weren't excited for Infinite Warfare.
No, because that's not what people wanted, and we had 2 games in a row. And I think people just want to go back to like
boots on the ground.
Yeah, not even like not even like it could be a future game, just on the ground.
Right, like Black Ops 4, and then people didn't like Black Ops 4.
Yeah, but well, you got us there, Jason.
I mean, it's just, I think at the end of the day, man, it's one of those unfortunate truths that you cannot keep the Call of Duty community happy. No, you can keep you will keep them satisfied for a little while, but as far as like the overall longevity of a game and how people consume things in general, I think it goes back to this whole mindset of people just want to, it's like the instant gratification of, oh, there's new content, and as fast as the content comes, it goes too, because people will eat it all up, and they'll just consume it really quickly, and then they'll wait for the next thing, and then they'll criticize Treyarch when the next thing, or they'll criticize Infinite Warfare. They'll criticize Infinity Ward when the next thing doesn't drop right away, because they played the shit out of it on one day, and then they didn't touch it forever, and then they wonder why there isn't content drops. I don't know. It's kind of this weird gray area.
Yeah. Here's the thing, right? Here's something I'm gonna make a video about in the future. Call of Duty in general, right?
Yeah.
It's like a drug. Like, I hate to say that, right? But it really is, because
I think I know where this is going. Yeah.
If you start off right we have to start off with the main COD, right? People really like it or hate it at first, right? And then it's really vice versa as the game's ending. Like, people are like, oh, I hate, you know what I mean, right? Like, people are like, oh, I'm so excited for this new game. You get the game. Oh, this game's so good for like 2 weeks. After that, oh, it's so bad. Yeah. Next trailer comes out for the next COD game. Like, oh my god, this one looks so good.
The COD cycle.
And it continues and continues and continues. It's like a drug,
Yep.
Because are you going to buy the next COD?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I would buy the next COD on launch if it had zombies. Because I didn't buy Modern Warfare at launch. I bought it like 2 or 3 months later, because I was like, I don't know. I kind of want a zombies game. But then I started playing Modern Warfare, and then I actually kind of liked it, and but I don't know. I mean, at this point in time, I don't really need to, because right now I'm still having fun with Cold War.
Yeah, no. But like, when the Cold War's kind of finished, the last DLC map comes out. Like, do you think you'll like at all buy the next game, even if there's not zombies? Do you think you'll
eventually? Yeah, eventually I will buy the game. Eventually, of course. I mean,
and then
I just don't think I would buy it at launch if it doesn't have zombies. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, and here's the thing about that as well. Is like, it's supposed to be Sledgehammer making it, and there's a lot of leaks saying it's going to be like Advanced Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Or not Advanced Warfare. They wouldn't name it Advanced Warfare 2, but it would be like in the future, and it'd be like a different IP. And from the leaks as well, it would appear that this is weird. First of all, let's take a moment to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so Sledgehammer is supposed to be making this year's game, right?
Right.
Oh, that Raven were helping them. They had a fallout. Treyarch had to come in. Raven and Sledgehammer support studios. Now Sledgehammer is making the next game.
It's weird. I mean, that's the one thing that I say that the leak could be fake, because you don't just kick off a developer on one game and then be like, all right, now make the next one.
Yeah.
Maybe Activision wanted to. Maybe Activision was just like, okay, maybe you guys aren't suited to make this Cold War game, but maybe you guys will be better suited to make this game.
You guys can make Call of Duty Advanced Warfare 2 and get them supply drops back in and make us a lot of money.
I don't know. I don't know.
But it's
weird.
I think maybe it could have been the whole thing with Raven, how like they didn't get along, because that's what kind of came out as. It kind of came out like the studios didn't work well together. Right. So maybe they were like, okay, well, you're not working on this game. We'll give you some credit because you put time into it, but you can work on this game now, which is going to release, and then I guess Infinity Ward would be the next one, and then back to Treyarch. God, that's weird.
So then we'd have to wait. We'd have to wait longer for another Treyarch game.
I mean, that's kind of sucks, actually.
I mean, the thing is, though, too, I think, personally, in order for Call of Duty to survive, and I know a lot of people will agree with me, in order for Call of Duty to survive, we need to ditch the yearly releases.
Yes.
We need to ditch the yearly releases and focus making the best product possible in however many years it needs to be for a new, polished, well-programmed, well-coded, well-executed game. Because I noticed, with Black Ops 4, obviously, Black Ops 4 had a lot of problems. And, Black Ops Cold War definitely had a lot of problems as far as, the multiplayer and things like that. A lot of people had a lot of problems with it, and they still have problems with it. I even have problems with multiplayer still. And, it's one of those things that, because Call of Duty is on this yearly release cycle, the game, it just goes on its course. It just goes on its DLC course and then dies. And then nothing else happens with the game.
Yeah,
there's a huge player base there, and then they go next, and then they expect you to get hooked on this other game.
And like,
the games from year to year aren't they're not up to par anymore. They really aren't. And, I want to be optimistic. You know me, guys. I try to be as positive as possible. But every year, the games just aren't as up to par as they used to be in the past.
Do you know something, right? Something very similar to this, but does it a lot worse is FIFA, obviously. Mm-hmm. FIFA, they release, like, annual games each year. But the thing with FIFA is, like, when the new one comes out, literally no one's on the past ones because there's no reason for you to be on. And it's like, that's a great example. Why not have one FIFA game for like 3 years, update it constantly. You know what I mean? The same thing would be with COD. I think the perfect thing for COD would be a modern setting, right? And the reason I say modern setting is because then you can add in weapons from the past and you can even venture off into the future because like it's more realistic, right? Like more, or not realistic, but
I can understand that.
Like you could picture like laser weapons in like a Modern Warfare game just as a goofy weapon, right? Because they have the bullet things, the ones that change your bullets colors.
Yeah, the tracer packs,
Yeah, right. So they could do that. While in Cold War, I think they have tracer packs already. I think the first one came in like a few days ago.
Yeah, but with that bulldozer guy.
Yeah, with Cold War, you can't really add like modern weapons into it, sort of thing. But with a modern era sort of game, you can add everything, sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of I wouldn't say it's a fine line adding modern weapons into Cold War. I think it's just like there's only a limited amount you can do. Like, I think, as the most modern weapon in this game right now probably is the XM4, which is, the closest, the M4, the closest thing to that. I mean, realistically, what they could do is they could venture off into, and I know this isn't technically part of the campaign or anything, so I guess tonally it wouldn't make too much sense, but at the same time, for the Cold War era, I think it would personally make sense. Add some Korean weapons, add some Vietnamese weapons if there were any Vietnamese weapons. From my recollection, I'm sure there was a couple maybe Vietnamese weapons, but I'm sure they got most of their weaponry from communist China and things like that. But like I definitely the Koreans, like I know the Koreans had a few assault rifles and SMGs that they personally used, and they still use them to this day actually. So I think it'd be actually interesting to see weaponry from other countries, even some African countries who had some communist uprisings in the Cold War. If there are any kind of weapon variations there, it might not tonally fit the campaign, but tonally it'll fit the Cold War setting.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people would criticize my idea of what I just said, being like, well, we didn't fight the Koreans in this. We didn't fight, we didn't do any of that. But I think just because it's a Cold War era game and you guys want to add more weapons, add more shit,
Yeah, like, because, I mean, I guess as well is, well, you look at like a fine line, right? Each weapon's kind of the same in the sense that, assault rifles.
I can understand that.
They're all made to do the same thing, right? And you can add all the different skins in that you want, but I don't know. I feel like the modern setting's the best setting. I don't think Treyarch have actually made a modern setting yet, have they? You know what's weird?
No,
we're getting so close to when Black Ops 2's actually placed.
Dude,
placed in 2025.
That's true, dude. If I don't see a full out I can't speak. If I don't see a full out large scale war happening in 2025, and we got Alex and Mace, we got all that kind of stuff. If I don't see that, I don't know, man.
That's gonna make me crazy. I'll tell you that much.
That'd be crazy. But I don't know, man. I think because now that I think about it too, the QBZ. I mentioned the QBZ earlier in the stream. The QBZ, it's a Chinese weapon. It's an actual weapon.
Yeah.
And the Chinese weren't that prevalent in the Cold War campaign, if at all. So it's like, Treyarch, you can add some other Cold War era weapons from other countries. Of course, it's not the real life QBZ. I think it's called QBZ 95, and then in this game it's called 83. So of course it's going to be some little differentiations, but QBZ is real.
What's bad?
What's bad?
I have not played the Cold War campaign yet.
My guy, play the campaign. It's great.
Here's the thing, right? Even though it's great, when I try playing it on PC, I have that glitch where, like, the campaign's just all glitchy and like you can't. The cutscenes are
really.
They're all.
I didn't have that.
Well, lucky you, Jason. I guess.
Yeah.
well done, Jason. I've heard as well.
That's weird.
It's a bit off topic, but since it's Black Ops Cold War and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Ops Cold War on the PS5 for a lot of people is performing a lot worse than it is on the PS4.
I did hear about that, yeah.
Which I think is both sad and hilarious. Like, how do you manage that?
It's like Cyberpunk.
I think Cyberpunk was a little bit worse.
Oh no, absolutely.
Like,
but it kind of reminds me of that.
It's like the same story. Like, there's games coming to next gen, and it looks worse than, like it looks worse than current gen. It's like, I'm just gonna keep my PS4. I don't think I'm gonna get a PS5. I think what I might end up just doing is like, I don't know, upgrading my PC so it's even better.
Eventually in the future, I will get a PS5 just for some exclusive games and things like that. Because I in the future, I see myself and where my channel is going, expanding out into more variety. Because
no, definitely.
I love zombies. Don't get me wrong. That's always going to be my bread and butter. That's going to be the main thing I post on my channel. But there are some games in 2021 I want to play. And I will play them on stream. And I will make highlight videos to put on YouTube. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. So, like, I'm going to get a PS5 for that reason. There's some exclusives that I want to play.
I mean, if you can get your hands on one, Jason,
that's
you might
true.
Not even get. Here's
that's
the thing,
true.
Right? I remember they're like, oh yeah, PS5s will be more available after 2021. No, you can't find them anymore still.
I don't know. I don't know why.
To be honest, I don't really care too much. Like, I really want like a new graphics card or something, and like but at the same time, it's like, okay, like I can't get PS5, so what? There's no exclusives on it yet, so I really don't care.
Yeah, not yet.
Eventually, no, yeah. Once there is, like that's like, oh, I really want to buy it now.
Though.
But
yeah, I don't know. I think it's still really weird to me that the PS5 and Xbox Series X is even out still. It's weird.
It feels like it's not.
It feels like it's not.
I remember when I see my first Xbox Series X, I was shocked. It was in a window of like you know how you have GameStops.
Oh yeah.
We have shops called CEX.
CEX.
Right? Yes.
Okay.
So we have shops like that are essentially the same thing. You can trade your games in and they'll sell them for a much higher price.
Yeah.
I seen an Xbox Series X sitting at the window. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Damn. Dude.
Like that was the first time I seen it. It was like a month after it came out. And I was like, wow. And this was late at night. And then I went there first thing in the morning just to look at it and it was gone.
Oh, dude. Yeah. These things are selling like hotcakes. They'll be on sale. And then the moment they're on sale, they're gone. It's like that South Park meme. And it's gone.
And it's gone. What? Your money is gone.
Yep.
Oh, but no. No, I mean, like I said, I'm not really fussed. I think, should we talk about, more about the multiplayer stuff that's coming to the game? I know there's a new Fireteam map that you seemed pretty excited for. So why don't you talk us through that? Because I know a little bit about it, but I don't know a lot. I just know it's big.
Yeah, it's a new map called Sanatorium. I don't play Fireteam Dirty Bomb that often, but it looks kind of cool. I might jump in and play it maybe next week. The first time jumping into a new map, that could be some cool content or something. I don't know. The thing is, though, I don't play enough Fireteam Dirty Bomb to really be super excited about it, but I think it's cool that they're still adding new stuff in next week eventually. And then over the last week, what they did was they had a couple playlist updates with they added Crossroads Strike and Raid 24/7 playlist. That's pretty cool because those are probably two of the best maps right now in Cold War that aren't Nuketown. Which, by the way, I got a bone to pick with Nuketown, which I'll talk about in a second.
Okay, Jason.
And then they got Gunfight Blueprints because now we're starting to add blueprints to the game. You know, you got Gallo blueprints, M16 blueprints. You got a bunch of new blueprints with all the new black market packs and the store packs. So no shock that they added another gunfight blueprint thing like they did for Modern Warfare, and things like that. But yeah, speaking of multiplayer, man, I gotta go off on a little tangent real quick. I'll
let you take the stage.
I got a bone to pick with Nuketown. Treyarch, please, again, if you are listening to this podcast, fix Nuketown. Please fix Nuketown. The spawns are atrocious. You will spawn in on one side of you're in the backyard of the greenhouse. An opponent will spawn on the other side of the backyard of the greenhouse. You walk 2 feet, see each other, and someone dies. That's not fun. That is not fun.
Do you want to know something, Jason?
What do I know?
The spawns were my favorite today, and I was in the position where I could kill them all, and I went like 60-4. It was great.
See, that's the thing, though. Like,
and it was for our gameplay as well, so I needed it. It's fantastic,
like, dude. It's amazing to me how the spawns just don't work, and then people spawn trap now in Nuketown. Yeah. FYI, Nuketown is not Shipment. We do not need overly sporadic spawns. Like, we really don't. Shipment is a completely different case to me because Shipment is supposed to be crazy, chaotic, rapid. That's intentional. Nuketown is not like that.
It's supposed to be fast-paced, but
exactly. It's supposed to be fast-paced, but it's supposed to make logical sense. At least I like to think. So when I spawn in the backyard of one of the houses, I walk 2 feet and there's someone in the garage in front of me pointing a sniper because he's spawn trapping. I'm not going to have fun.
You know something? There is that door, the one where there's like the little crack. Like pretend this is the like when you're coming from what side? The one where the bus is on your side.
Yeah.
Well, like the garage area, like
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, there's a door. And it's like this, right? Like if I go at the camera, it's like this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And there's a little gap. And you know how there's so many people that are just like,
yep.
Where they're snipers, and then they just, you'll be out the front. You'll be like, "What killed me?" And then you'll see them behind the door because there's a tiny, tiny gap.
And it's literally just spawn trapping, and then you don't see it because they're behind cover, and you don't see gamer tags when people are behind cover so much. So it's one of those things where I just go, dude. What in the world happened to Nuketown? It's broken. It's an actual mess. That's the biggest thing that I got to criticize Nuketown for. Nuketown's one of my favorite things of all time in Call of Duty, and it's just broken. So Treyarch, I'm coming from experience. I'm not just saying this because I'm parroting people. This is from experience. I literally played trying to do the challenges for the Sledgehammer and the Street Sweeper, and the only way to do all those rapid kills and all that is to do Nuketown if you want to be efficient. So it was frustrating. It was very frustrating. And then this part doesn't have anything to do with Treyarch, but I do find it annoying. If you are one of those people on Nuketown who sit in the corner at the greenhouse behind the chimney with your stupid field mic and wait for people to turn the corner, you are a coward. You are a coward, and you are not a good player.
It's so good. It's so good. What I do is I had the field mic behind like the bus, right? Or not? Is it the bus? No, it's the other thing, right? Where like there's a gap in the middle. You can go for like, the trailer bit. I have the field mic there, right? And I go from like left, right, middle, picking people off. People are trying to challenge me, like like I'm getting them, and that's the game. I went like 50-0. I was like, oh. It was great. It was great. I think because right, how skill-based matchmaking is a thing.
Right.
Eventually, the game will throw you a bone where it's like, okay, have this easy lobby. Just because by accident, because the system can't always be accurate. Maybe. That's what it was. I did it so good. I left that, went to a new game, got my ass kicked. So it's not because I'm a good player. It's because I got in a really easy lobby. It made me feel good.
So. I don't know. I don't know what it is at the end of the day.
I went in to multiplayer because I had to go into multiplayer if I wanted the new weapons, and I think we struck that as well.
Absolutely.
And how annoying that is.
Yes, that's a good.
So.
Point.
For anyone that doesn't know, if you want the new weapons in Zombies, so the new shotgun and the sledgehammer as well, you have to go into multiplayer and complete challenges in there, or you can buy the weapon in the shop, the black market. I think.
You can buy a blueprint of the weapon, which is funny.
Right.
You can buy a blueprint of the weapon and use it, but you can't use the actual version of the weapon because that's still locked.
Which makes no sense. But No, this annoys me personally because like this is the problem with Black Ops 4 in a way with the Battle Pass. Like obviously it's better now because I think Battle Pass progression is still in zombies, isn't it? Yeah, because it's cross everything, right?
Yeah, so Battle Pass finally progression in zombies. That's awesome. Black Ops 4 never did that, and that pissed me off.
But the thing is though, is that I think there should be ways to unlock the weapons in zombies. Because what if you're only playing the game for zombies? Now you have to go in the multiplayer,
right?
And it's like I can understand why people wouldn't want to play Black Ops Cold War multiplayer because it's not the best multiplayer we've had, and it's probably better than Modern Warfare's. You know, it's fine. Probably better than. Actually, no, it's not better than Black Ops 4. I don't care if people say Black Ops 4 multiplayer is actually all right, but no, that's just something annoying. Jason, what do you think about the whole? You had to go in the multiplayer.
Yeah, I think I don't have a. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with multiplayer challenges, but when. Sorry, I thought I heard something. But when you have every new weapon being added to the game that's not a Battle Pass weapon be a multiplayer challenge, that's where there's a little bit of an issue for me because people are going to want to grind out zombies and people are going to want to play zombies, you know?
Yeah.
Plus, from a gameplay standpoint, I think it makes the most sense to incorporate every game mode. You know?
Yeah.
I can understand a Warzone challenge. I can understand a zombies challenge. Shit. Even do a campaign challenge. I will gladly go back and replay a campaign mission for a weapon to use in multiplayer if that means you're getting more player count on the campaign.
Yeah.
You know, I think adding multi-platform weapon challenges would be the best thing for the game because number one, you'll have more people playing your game modes, having fun, enjoying it, hopefully. That's all personal preference, but it would get more people on the game modes for your game, especially zombies. The zombies community needs content. And a challenge like that is perfect for content and for people to grind. I don't care if it's like go to round 30 flawlessly, get 500 kills with a pistol, whatever it is, do something for a weapon. If it's like a shotgun or an assault rifle variant or blueprint or I don't care what it is, let's do some zombies challenges. I think that'd be fantastic.
Just give us something to do, you know? Like that,
exactly.
Because one thing they could give us something to do, like the weapon unlocks, and they don't give it to us. It's like, why? You know, like it's gonna be. The thing is, as well, which is a shame, is it's probably gonna be like this the whole game because I don't think they're gonna change it. I think it'll be constant like this because I think they have it like, okay, this is how we're gonna do it.
Right.
And so I don't know why, but I think that's just the way it's gonna be, and yeah, we all just have to listen to what Treyarch say.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with multiplayer challenges and doing a challenge for the weapon to earn what I'm making or to earn what I'm doing in the game. It would just be nice to have that for zombies too. And like I said, even campaign, that'd be dope. That would be dope as hell, you know? Or like add a secret mission or something into the campaign where you use the gun in the campaign mission. And then after you complete the campaign mission with the weapon, you get it afterwards. Yeah. That would be a great idea. And again, like I said, that would get more people to play the campaign, which I'm sure a lot of people painstakingly work their ass off on. And, you know, because I can assure you, a lot of people playing Call of Duty play the campaign once and they never play it again.
Yes.
So if you want more people to play more of your campaign and if you want people to give more of a shit, as what it comes down to at the end of the day, let's do some challenges for campaign too. And for zombies. And for zombies too.
Absolutely.
Because the zombies community, we are a smaller community than multiplayer. I will give you guys that. But we are definitely not a small community. We are smaller than multiplayer, but we're definitely not a small community either.
No, we're known. And Treyarch know that as well. Like Treyarch are like, okay, 115 day. Here we go, baby.
115, exactly. You know? And also thanks to Glitching Queen for doing that too, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, that's awesome.
How long ago was it that she set that up? Because she got that on the calendar.
Yeah.
Like it's officially, if you look up the date, it's 115. It's like Zombie Day, right?
When did she do that? I think she did that in Black Ops 4 or like.
Was it maybe like in World War II era, like time?
Maybe like it was either during Black Ops 4 or like just before. I don't quite remember, but I know she was the one who established that and really solidified its legacy.
Yeah. But no, that in itself is pretty crazy. Right. What do we think are the extra little bonuses they're going to bring with 115 day? Like at the end of the day, what do you think as far as actual content and that goes, because they're saying that they're bringing new stuff, but like
right.
I don't know how much
Tombstone is coming next week. I think
okay.
I think personally Treyarch wouldn't just put out an image like Tombstone and then not release it soon. So I think Tombstone's going to be released with 115 day. I think Weaponized 115 would be a great addition, the camo. But it just looks like Kyle had an epiphany. What do you want to say?
Okay, hear me out. What about factions?
Maybe. I honestly, I think factions would work so well in this game. Absolutely.
Yeah, because it makes sense because there's all the teams that aren't like all the
Requiem and Omega.
Yeah.
I think that would work fantastically. And I made a video about it a long time ago when Black Ops Cold War released. For that, you have Requiem, Omega, and you even have Maxis and Dark Ether. Those are two other sort of, for lack of a better word, faction that you collect intel for. So could you imagine like, oh yeah, I'm part of the Dark Ether faction. I'm with the zombies.
Oh yeah,
you
know? And you know what could be cool as well. It's like I know we have all these cool ideas and like it's so much easier to for us to think of them for developers to put them in the game. But you know if there was factions in it, right? And you had all these like teams you could like like Ether or whatever.
Yeah.
There'd be like how in World War II it had like the player base area where people could go around and do stuff.
Yeah, the HQ. Yeah.
What if for each faction there's like a different version of that.
Yeah.
And whatever faction your party could go to, I need like see like intel, things like that. You could piece some of it the story together. You could,
dude, the storyline from their perspective.
There'd be different characters from like there'd just be characters that stick around there like I don't know, there's like a trainee, like a guy that trains you and all that.
Yeah, so like if you were part of Requiem, you talk to Gregory Weaver directly. Hey, give me a mission. Yeah. Hey, let's go to the firing range and practice shooting. I don't know.
Yeah.
That would honestly that would get people so invested in the storyline than they already are. Because I know a lot of people play zombies just for zombies and they don't really understand the storyline. That would be a perfect opportunity for Treyarch to introduce the story to even more players and to even more new players who want to get into the lore of it.
Be dope. The thing is, it's so easy for us to just talk about and say like that'd be a great idea.
Like, dude,
and then it's like because I bet they have all these ideas. Like, I bet they have all these great ideas, and they can't do like 50 of them, like 50% of them, just because Activision are like, wow, that's a really cool idea, but it's a bit above your budget. So
exactly, it's either not in the budget or we don't think that's profitable.
And here's the thing as well, which it makes me angry. Mm-hmm. So many good features have been in past COD games and just never brought them back. Like like the community area from World War II.
Yeah.
What a great idea! Why not bring that back in the future games? Like that's such a good innovative idea.
Yeah,
and
I don't know.
What the firing range as well. That should be in every game.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, that's
the firing range should be in every game. And I don't know why, because I can't imagine it takes too much effort to actually put in.
No, probably not.
Because even if like there's long loading times or whatever, waiting times, just go in the firing range, like do stuff.
Did Infinite Warfare have something similar to that? I could have sworn it did.
No, what it had was for each specialist, when you unlock one, it has like a little like intro thing for each specialist, which was cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
No, because I think Advanced Warfare had it. It seems like it's only Sledgehammer that are actually trying to innovate. But
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
As far as actual new features go, because Black Ops 3 obviously had free run. You wouldn't need free run unless
dude.
It'd be a good game mode though.
What?
I know Modern Warfare kind of had it, but if you had a course to run, and you had to speed run through it.
Yeah.
And it'd be like a time thing where there's AI people shooting you, but you and your friends or whatever have to try and get through it really fast.
Oh yeah, so free run, but people shoot you.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. I don't know.
I could dig that.
No, because something else World War II did, I just remember now, was that game mode. What was it called? War? Was it War? Was that the game mode they call it? Where you had to get one part of the map together?
Yeah. I forgot the name of the game mode, but it was like the operation. You had the D-Day one. You had all that. Yeah. That was cool. I out of anything else I played in World War II, I played that the most because I wasn't a huge fan of the zombies in World War II. But I really liked that game mode. I forgot the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. I loved getting on the MG42 and just mowing people down on the beach. That was fun.
Yeah, and like even like I would have been better. You could have kill streaks, and right, you couldn't have kill streaks, but like it was just fun. It was just fun. And
it's innovative.
I don't know.
Innovative. That was innovative. I will say
because I don't think any other game's really done that before. Where like, I mean, I think Battlefield have kind of done something similar to it. Like you had to go to one side or whatever, but not the way COD did it. And COD, it felt fast paced and snappy, like it should. And
see, that's the thing, right? I think Call of Duty with Cold War innovated this year with combined arms, with the big large scale combat on Armada and Crossroads and Cartel. They really innovated with that. And I made the comparison a while back that because there's so many domination points, you got A, B, C, D, E, and F, you got all those, it reminds me of Star Wars Battlefront. Because Star Wars Battlefront, the OG one, 2005, I haven't played the new one, so I honestly don't. I mean, I'm sure command posts are there, but like, you know, like you go on a map like Coruscant on Black Ops Cold War. Yeah, that's a good one. You go on Coruscant on Battlefront 2, and you got 6 command posts, and your team starts on one, and the other team starts on the other, and you fight in the middle, and you control command posts, and you deplete the enemy team, and all that kind of stuff. It reminds me of that. I think it's really dope, and you know, I would love to see that large scale war mode from World War II come back, because honestly, World War II multiplayer was good.
Yeah, I think I don't know, because Cold War, I really like the game, and I think it has a lot of potential at the end of the day with stuff. Like, even good game modes, it'd be fun. But it really just comes down to, you know how, like, skill-based matchmaking works, and how the game really does affect your aim when you're doing good. That's
bullshit, yeah.
I just can't take, to be honest, when I'm going on and I'm having fun, like, this is fun, but I just can't take the game seriously, because I know if I do really well, then the game's just going to punish me. And it's like, what other game does that, you know? Like, I can't. Do any other games do that? I don't think they do, no?
No, because we have a word for what that is, and that's called cheating. Like, that is actual cheating to make someone else get a kill in the game, you know? And I can already hear criticisms of it, right? Where, oh, well, if it happened to you and, you know, you got a kill really easily, you would like that. Well, it'd be cool to get a kill easily, but not have the game cheat for me. You know?
Yeah, because I feel like, you know what, I'm doing well. I don't actually feel like I'm doing well because I did well. I feel like I did well because the game was like, okay, let's give you aimbot, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You know how many times I'm dead, like I'm about to die, and I just one tap someone with a pistol or something, and I'm like, I should not have killed him. I should not have killed that guy. I lost the gunfight, but because the software wants to make everybody even, everybody's equal, it wants to make it so that everyone has a super duper rainbow butterfly, everyone's happy fighting chance, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, people are better than other people. Like, I don't understand why that's hard to comprehend.
Yeah, it's like any other sport. Like, you wouldn't like, if football, right? You wouldn't, you know, and someone was doing really good and someone wasn't, the referee would be like, hey, you, stop being good. You know, like, yeah, it's like, stop being good.
It's like football, you know. The one team's got 6 touchdowns, and the other team's getting shut out. Hey, stop throwing touchdowns, or we'll disqualify you. Like that doesn't happen.
Okay, and then the other team wins. It's like very easy. There's like easy wins. But they're like losing, and then the referee comes in and saves some easy wins,
which confuses me too, because I think they're trying to have their cake and eat it too. With they're nerfing players who are doing good to make the bad players feel good about themselves. But then at the same time, if you're a really good player and they're trying to put you in skilled lobbies so you don't have to be with the lower tiered players, but the skilled lobbies are just abysmal, and the skill-based matchmaking doesn't work properly because if you have one good game, you're in a lobby with the 3.0's phase optic members, you know? And it's like, which is it? Are we competitive, or are we making the little guys have a shot too?
Yeah, because
which atmosphere are we trying to create?
The game's not competitive because the whole idea of skill-based matchmaking is just a joke. Like it's so funny. The only way I don't know, because is this thing gonna be active? Is it active in custom games?
No, absolutely no. It is not affected at all in custom games. Custom games has its own separate thing because your kill death ratio is not affected in custom games.
Okay, well, fair enough.
So custom games, you're A-okay. That's why, everyone.
Maybe we just all jump into custom games.
We all just jump into custom games, dude. I mean, hey, might as well. Just invite whole lobbies. Hey, you want your KD ratio to be saved. You don't want to be a victim of skill-based matchmaking. Well, come to my come to my private match.
Yeah, I remember one time they got rid of the KD feature because I don't know. Can I look at your KD in the game? I don't think I can.
When did they get rid of it?
Black Ops 4, because they said
got rid of it?
You don't. Yeah, David Vonnegut said you don't need to see how other players doing to enjoy the game. You can see your KD, but other players can't.
I mean, the thing is, I understand you don't need to look at someone else's KD to enjoy the game. I get that, but why remove it entirely? What if you want to see how well your friend is doing?
Yeah, exactly.
I understand what he's saying, but the solution to that is just don't look. That's the solution. Just keep it in the game in case someone wants to look,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you can look at my KD in Cold War, right? You can go to friends and go to barracks and things like that.
And the thing is, as well, is maybe one reason they took it out was just because of skill-based matchmaking and everyone would just be even, And maybe they didn't like that. Maybe they didn't like the fact that everyone would be even. I remember in Ghost actually had the feature where you could look over everyone in the game and it would show their kill, like how they did in each game. It's like a little bar, it'd be up, down, up, down, up. I thought that was always
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that now. Yeah,
they actually put effort into showing how good a player is in that game. And that's wow, I don't know, different times, man, different times. Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's just, I don't know. The whole skill based matchmaking thing is. You would think it's a okay idea in theory, but it just isn't. It just really isn't at the end of the day. And where this stems from, especially the reason why it's so bad in Black Ops Cold War right now is because there's no ranked playlist. That's the reason why it's so bad right now, because none of the players who actually want to sweat, who actually want to try their ass off and, have a 3.0 or a 4.0 KD, things like that, they don't have any place to go into a ranked playlist and play, your Scumps, your Crim 6, all those players. So there's no place for them to do that. So it affects the public lobbies, and a lot more people are going to have a lot less fun. And I think that's at the end of the day is what's really hurting it. That's
what really comes down to. Yep.
So I think with season 1, the mid mark of season 1, or at the beginning of season 2. Treyarch needs to add a ranked playlist. If they don't add a ranked playlist by season 2, I think we won't get a ranked playlist in this game
at all. Yeah, probably not.
Absolutely, I think that's what's going to happen. Or at the very least, at the start of the new season for the Call of Duty League, the ranked playlist releases at the very least.
Yeah,
and if that doesn't happen, then I don't think we're getting a ranked playlist in this game, and I don't know why.
In Black Ops 4, it took them a while to get it out, didn't it?
I don't remember, to be honest, what happened with Black Ops 4's ranked system.
Remember how I wasn't into it that much. It took a while out because I remember when we first bought the game, there'd be 3 columns like multiplayer, zombies, and blackout, and then they eventually added it, so there'd be 4. I remember that.
That's right.
I don't know why. I don't know why they can't get stuff out in time, but oh well.
Again, it all comes back to what we were just saying at the beginning of the game. The beginning of the podcast.
The beginning of the game, yeah.
At the beginning of the podcast, we were talking about how games are just not entirely ready to ship out anymore. There are missing features in the game that should be there at launch. You know, and Black Ops 4, of course, is the best example of it with no factions. Best example of it is
no campaign.
No campaign when there should have been a campaign, and they scrapped that because they wanted to work on Blackout. Yeah. It's just, we need to ditch the yearly cycle, and we need really polished games. We need games that will have everything at launch. And we don't have to add them in with the next season and call it new if it was originally supposed to be a plan.
I think it's a bit of a joke when a game launches like 6 normal 6v6 maps, which the game is completely based around. Because I think it was Cold War did that. Then it added Nuketown, and then it was.
Yeah, then they added Nuketown, and then we
I know there's fire team maps in that, and that's fair enough. But I mean, come on, the game's a 6v6 game. It's not It's not supposed to be massive. I don't get me wrong, I like the bigger game modes, but like Black Ops 2 had 14 maps on launch. I'm pretty sure it had 14 maps on launch, and then I think it got Nuketown. I think Nuketown as well. So 15. So
nuts.
And now we're at 6, and that game was developed in like 2 years. Come on, you know?
It's nuts. I mean, I get it. I get it. There's time constraints, and especially this last year. With 2020 being as crazy as it was, I get it. You know, I can look past there being less multiplayer maps if everything works properly. If everything works properly, and for a lot of people, it still doesn't. Now, I will say I consider myself to be one of the luckier ones where I don't have too many problems. I do have problems though. Like I just said earlier, Nuketown's a fucking mess for me.
Yeah.
So there are still some problems and they need to be fixed. And then I don't know if they ever will be, because we got to work on shop content. We got to work on the next season, all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, man. It's tricky. It's a really tricky tightrope to walk with Call of Duty. This is really good over here, but then, I'm getting off balance over here because this is bad. And then, this is good. Yeah. It's tricky, especially this year, because Cold War has so much potential, and I don't know what they're going to be doing with this potential. If it's going to be stagnant or come DLC, I'm going to call it DLC 1 with the new Zombies map, the first Zombies map coming out hopefully sometime in February or March with Season 2. Yeah. If that's not a banger, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope for the best, obviously, and I think the game again has a really, like, for zombies at least has a good foundation. Multiplayer not so much, because the game's, is rigged.
The thing, multiplayer does have a foundation, and it does have a foundation to be good, but they choose not to be because of skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah, like the engine in that, even though it's a bit of a downgrade from like Modern Warfare, it's still fun. It's a lot more COD. Like, it's snappy.
Yeah. I like that. I like the engine. I love the gunplay. I like the movement.
Yeah, it's such a shame that because skill-based matchmaking at least a bad taste in your mouth. It could be like the best game in the world, but skill-based matchmaking's there, and it just kind of ruins it. I don't know.
It'd be like that sometimes, man. I mean, it's just, and I know there are so many people vocal in the community about it, and despite what people say, those people who are talking about skill-based matchmaking, they're the vocal minority. Not anymore. I'm willing to debate that the people complaining about skill-based matchmaking are now the majority.
Yeah.
Because everyone hated it in Modern Warfare. That's where it really started to kick off, Modern Warfare.
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
And now because it's back in Cold War, it's like so more people are going to be up in arms about it. So we went from it's a problem in Modern Warfare and that's kind of sucky, to now in Cold War it's like everyone fucking hates it.
Yeah.
So I hope,
which is sad.
I hope they make the right decision. That's all we can hope for right now, is that Treyarch makes the right decision. Activision, first and foremost, has to make the right decision.
Yeah.
Then Treyarch, puts it in the game. But Activision, first and foremost, has to make the effort to, in their future games, not implement a system like this.
Because it's just broken and rigged, and it makes people not want to play it. So it's a joke to like actual competitive play. So I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like it, and I think I'm gonna pull up Twitch real quick, because I can guarantee you, the numbers on Black Ops Cold War are definitely going down.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because when it came out, the numbers were really good because people were just playing it, and now it's.
I mean, let's see.
Now it's just big sad.
Let's see. We got Yeah, I'm looking here. So Black Ops Cold War right now has 42,000 people playing right now. 42,000 people in streaming it right now on Twitch. To put this into perspective, right? Grand Theft Auto has 163,000 people right now, which Grand Theft Auto, that's such an old game. It's such an old game, but why are people still streaming it more than Black Ops Cold War? Because they're updating the same game and they're giving a lot of content in the game. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of GTA players are very upset because of the Oppressor Mark IIs and all that kind of stuff. I played a lot of GTA and I hated that shit. But, I mean, I think it says something when, let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it says something when Valorant Valorant right now, a lot of people don't really. Valorant is kind of on the down, I would say, with how popular it is in the public eye.
Yeah.
Valorant has more people on it right now on Twitch than Cold War.
Odd.
And now I've never played Valorant. I'd like to play it, actually. I put a poll up on Twitter and YouTube if you guys would like me to play Valorant for the first time on stream. I think it'd be a fun idea. But I just feel like Valorant is public. The public hype around it isn't as high as it was, like however many months ago it was. And that's got more than Cold War.
Their marketing for the game was like, oh, to play it, you have to watch people play it.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, because you'd have to watch it for a certain amount of time, and then you get a key for the game through their stream.
Yeah. Well, the chat here is also saying I never really understood those games like Valorant. Yeah, I mean, I think they're kind of interesting. I think the whole hero-based competitive multiplayer type of thing, it's kind of a game designed for esports in a way,
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool concept. That's why I want to try it out. I played a little bit of Overwatch here and there, and I remember I liked playing Soldier 76 a lot, and I thought I was pretty decent at it. So, like, I remember, thinking back, and I was like, okay, I can understand why people like games like Overwatch and Valorant, things like that. And I want to try Valorant.
I remember when I played Overwatch with my friends, right? And they said to me, the Soldier 66 guy, because it's the one most like similar to COD, right? Mm-hmm. Just the guy with the gun. He's like, yeah, that's the one that all the noobs use.
Yeah, I switched between Soldier 76 and I was a good Zenyatta. I liked being that guy.
I like using Roadhog, but my friend always played him, so.
See, the chat is also saying, in a way, Black Ops 4 was the perfect esports game. In a way, a lot of CDL guys love BO4 for competitive. Yeah, absolutely. Black Ops 4, yeah, people love that game for competitive, and I agree. Black Ops 4 multiplayer is not bad at all.
No, it was good.
It was, I would have loved to be involved. I would have loved to have been more into esports then, but I jumped on the esports train in Modern Warfare. So I would have really loved to be involved in that, the Black Ops 4 scene. But, it looks fun. I mean, it looked really fun from a competitive standpoint. Modern Warfare was cool to watch from a competitive standpoint, but I know a lot of pros didn't like it.
Yeah, because it was just so... The
spawns were weird.
Once you die.
The spawns were weird.
The spawns are weird as well.
And, a lot of pros didn't like that. And what was the other thing that I was going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. I think a lot of pros are still kind of iffy on Cold War. I haven't really seen a whole lot of people definitively say like this is the good game for esports. This is, but I don't know. Yeah, the chat is also saying the maps and spawns were very funky. Yeah, they were pretty funky. Like Azir Cave, Azir Cave. I know a lot of pros didn't like that one. And yes, actually, the chat is also saying pros want DLC maps in Cold War. Yes, absolutely. Raid. One last little topic before we end off the podcast for a little bit of esports talk. Raid was just added into the rotation for the maps for Cold War. They replaced I forgot what map they replaced.
Cartel.
It might have been. I forgot what map they replaced, but
I don't know.
They replaced a map. Hang on, I retweeted it. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna bring it up again. Where is it? Where is it? Added Raid and removed Cartel. You're right. So it's Cartel that got removed
from
Hardpoint.
Oh, okay.
So here are the official changes. This happened on the 7th of January. Added Raid in Hardpoint and removed Cartel in Hardpoint. Search and Destroy added Raid, removed Crossroads. Control added Raid, removed Moscow. So those are the changes. Raid is in the rotation.
Why are they removing maps?
Because a lot of pros don't like those game modes on those maps. A lot from what I hear, CDL pros hate Control on Moscow, and I know a lot of CDL pros also hate Checkmate, but a lot they're not going to remove it. If anything, they should have removed Control Checkpoint instead of Moscow, because I think Moscow is a good map. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, what do you think? I know you don't know as much about the esports thing, but what do you think about the changes?
Well, I mean, I guess it's a good thing to listening to the community, because obviously I don't really play multiplayer or anything like that. I play it when I play it, but like I'm not too like thinking about it. But I guess it's good that they're listening to the community. Getting rid of the maps and game modes, the maps in that game modes they want to get rid of, from replacing it with raid.
Right.
I think raid plays pretty well for most game modes because it was designed good.
Yeah.
So overall, that's a positive. I think they're getting rid of the bad maps, they're getting a better one. So yeah, pretty good.
Absolutely. And I agree with the chat. The chat here is also saying, Revived Gamer is saying, I also enjoy watching Crossroads Strike. Very good map. I think so. I think Crossroads Strike, Hardpoint is really fun. I think that's a really fun one to watch. And I think it's very interesting they removed Crossroads Strike from Search and Destroy. Don't know why, to be honest. But like I said, I think it would have been better to remove Checkmate instead of Moscow for Control. But, yeah. It's going to be kind of weird seeing no domination this year, because I got used to domination being part of the CDL back in Modern Warfare. So it's going to be a little bit weird seeing no domination. If you would ask me what new game mode would have been added to the CDL, personally, I would have loved to see VIP Escort replace Search and Destroy in certain on certain maps. Like one match. Like, instead of having 2 Search and Destroy rounds, you could have a VIP Escort round and a Search and Destroy round. I think that would be fun, because I like VIP Escort, and I think it's a really fun take on Search and Destroy. So, I don't know if the Call of Duty League would ever go for it, because obviously right now pros are training, and, the season's going to start later this year. So, they're probably not going to add VIP Escort, but if VIP Escort does come back for other games, I would implore the Call of Duty League to consider it. I think that'd be fun. Yeah.
Well,
and that is my point.
That is Jason's point.
That is Jason's opinion. That is Jason's argument. But yeah, man. Do you have anything else you want to add before we wrap up today's episode? I think we covered a lot today.
Yeah, I guess it's just, I hope. What day is today? It's we should by next week. 9th. So by next week we'll be able to talk about the new stuff that's come out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because yeah. I hope we get a little bit more than Striker leading on. I mean, it'd be cool to get a small survival map. Probably won't happen. If it does, though, that'd be pretty cool, because there's something to actually talk about.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what Crank's like, and yeah.
Yeah, overall, I'm excited to play Cranked next week. I'm excited for Tombstone to be potentially added to the game next week. The CDL is going to be a fun time to watch, and skill-based matchmaking is always a problem for everybody. So,
and no one likes it.
No one likes it. So, if you guys did enjoy today's episode of the Division Z podcast and you'd like to see more out of us, go ahead and follow me right here on Twitch and subscribe to Kid Cosmic on YouTube. His links will be down below in the description, and the official Division Z podcast Twitter will also be linked down below in the description, so you can follow that and stay up to date with everything that we do. And I guess without further said, that made no sense. I don't know what
English.
Without further said, guys, I don't know. I was gonna say without further ado, but without further ado, we're gonna end. Thank you guys so much for watching today's live stream. We hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending where you are in this crazy world. And we'll see you next week for episode 32 of the Division Z podcast. Peace out, everybody.
Bye, everyone.